How's it going, guys? Jake and Chris here, Dude Ranch DIY. We just got home from work. We got the tractor in the background here with the pallet forks on. Yesterday after work, I took a trip upstate Connecticut and picked up a new implement, or new to me implement for the tractor. I'll let you take a second and try and guess what it is. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. I picked up a rear blade for the back of the tractor. It's a Woods RB72, so it is 6 feet wide or long, whatever you want to call it. It tilts from left to right. It angles 360 degrees, and you can offset it a little bit by unbolting it and literally like moving the blade. I think it should work pretty good for snow, gravel, dirt, what have you. I got a really good deal on it. Couldn't really pass it up. So we got the pallet forks on the tractor here, and Chris is gonna help me get it on there, and we're gonna get it out of the back of the truck. We lifted it up yesterday with 3 guys, but today, since we got the tractor, we will unload it. What was that?
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly, work smarter, not harder. We got some locusts that we split today at work from a tree that we were taking down. It's nice stuff, but green. And then we got another set of log tongs in the back of the truck there. Some of you might be able to guess what I'm going to use with that second set of, or what I'm going to do with that second set of log tongs. So let's get this thing unloaded. Alright guys, so now that it's out of the truck, I can show it to you a little bit better. But here it is. It's in pretty good shape. Like I said, it's an RB72 by Woods. Has the pin in the back there to tilt it from left to right, various degrees. And then this pin right here and these holes to spin it and angle it full 360 to either, you know, drive forward or back up and push, kind of like a bulldozer. So we're gonna throw it on the forks and take it back to the wood yard where it'll sit until we're ready to use it for the first time. Because the snow, as you can see, is melting. It's a beautiful day out. Blue skies, 52 degrees, snow's melting. And yeah, now I think we're gonna load up some firewood. All right, guys, as you can see, this tote is not fully cut in the front. And you know, I've been going back and forth about whether to cut out the front or not to cut out the front. Ease of dumping versus durability of the totes. But Chris and I were just talking, and some of the ones that I've been dumping out of have been getting pretty beat up. So we're gonna go ahead and cut out the rest of the front of this tote here. And my thinking, and Chris kind of agrees, is that right now I've been dumping all the cords out of those same 3 totes, you know, and like I said, I think I've done about 12 cords out of those same 3 totes. But if I have more than just those 3 totes cut, it kind of spreads out the wear over many totes. So, you know, this tote might not get dumped more than 2 or 3 times a year, which kind of extends the longevity of it because there's other totes that are cut. So, after all, I do get them for free. So we're gonna cut out the front of it, make it a little bit easier to dump. We'll probably do the same for the other 2 because it's going to be a full 1-cord delivery. And, you know, we'll go from there. We'll see. So, let's get to cut. all cherry. It's all cherry. All right, guys, so as you can see on the first tote, it's much easier than a couple videos back where I was dumping it, you know, with half the tote cut out, and then I had to offload the rest by hand. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these totes. Chris did a good job of that, then sanded down the edges, grinded down the edges. Nobody gets cut. This is a full tote of black cherry. As you can see, the color, it's nice and red. It should be pretty good. This is all going to a local restaurant where they just burn like campfires and fire pits outside because of COVID, trying to keep the patio open all year long, which they have. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dump this one in, and then we got one more. as you can see, I just used the full tote that Chris just cut the last face out of before I dumped it, kind of as a bulldozer to push the rest of the wood, the other two totes, 2/3 of a cord, forward into the trailer to create a little more space towards the back for me to dump this last one. I do it when they're full, or I try to at least do it when they're full, because all of the wood in the tote offers a lot more structural rigidity for the tote itself, to prevent it from crumbling and collapsing in on itself like they tend to do. The bottoms of these things, I don't know, for those of you who have never seen an IBC tote, some of them are plastic, like this one is plastic on the bottom, and by plastic I mean these things. These are metal bars, but some of them are also metal, and the plastic ones tend to kind of rip and tear these plastic supports off pretty easily. This one is actually in pretty good shape. You can see there's a bent rail back there, but those bottom rails are not very structurally sound. It's really just for like sitting, you're plopping it down straight and stacking them on top of each other. So having the wood in there really helps, and being able to push the rest of the wood forward really helps as well. That way we can avoid having to do it by hand. So I'm gonna hop on the tractor here. Chris is hooking up the chains, and I know some of you guys suggested I get those safety hooks. I have not yet done that. He looks like he's ripping off the label here to create a little open space, because as we had discussed, it is an issue when stacking the wood in there. I had stacked these a long time ago before I started using this chain method, and I did not leave the appropriate amount of room. But I have come up with a solution for that. I have just not gotten all of the pieces together to fully test out that new solution as of yet. But that solution is due to a lot of great subscribers and commenters and viewers on the videos. Really appreciate it. So keep it up. I love all the feedback, you guys. I only have one brain, and I pick Chris's brain probably too much. He
quite often, all day, every day, at least 6 days a week.
At least because we work on Saturdays.
Yep.
And a lot of the time we ride in the same truck. But I'm always bouncing ideas off of him, since he's my right-hand man, and I appreciate him putting up with it. But yeah, keep up giving me the feedback in the comment section. I appreciate it. Well, we had a chain fall off there. That's why I couldn't dump all of it, but there's a couple pieces left. All the more reason to get those hooks. That way it doesn't fall off in the future, but no big deal. Now this wood looks a little bit wet, some of the pieces, just because of all the snow melt that we've had. It's been warm the past couple days, and all the snow on top of those tarps kind of was dripping down and hitting the wood on the sides. But we took the moisture meter to it, and what was it, Chris? It was like, some of it was 16 and the oak was like 19%, I think. So the wood is dry. This is some of the last wood that I have that is dry, and yeah, we're gonna start working on wood for next year, so we can get a head start and have all summer and spring for that stuff to dry. All right, guys, that's it for this one. As you saw, we did a little bit of loading the trailer here today. Cut some totes, so we finally made that decision to cut out the fronts of the totes to make it easier. We think that'll spread out the wear amongst many totes instead of isolating it to just 3. So we'll see how that plays out in the near future. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go on this delivery tomorrow. I'm just loading it up because it's a restaurant. He wants me to get there early, as soon as I get home from work, before his dinner crowd shuffles in. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Got any questions or feedback, put it in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys. And we'll see you here next time. I'm Jake.
I'm Chris.
You're watching Dude Ranch DIY. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you here next time.